try this one more time. So actually, it's Saturday, day 13 of 60. And on the drive home yesterday, yes, I don't have my seatbelt on. On the drive home yesterday, I did my recap of day 12 of 60. And my duh moment is I did not have the correct button pushed on the recorder. So much so that I took a phone call and I even came back and did a second half of the mini podcast. I'm not sure if that's what I'm calling yet, but that works for right now. But yeah, it was like 12 minutes long. I went to record a Molly's commercial yesterday afternoon, pull all the files off the recorder here, and it was 12 minutes of nothingness, blank. So anyway, let me see if I can remember and recall what happened yesterday, which I think I'm capable of doing that. But Fred West et al. West Farms in Frankfort, Delaware was down. Tried to do it last year, and last year was very, very windy. We actually talked about that yesterday, how we had pretty much a dominant southerly wind, which generally and typically here northwest this time of the year is our wind, which is what it's going to be today. And Karen's on me about snuffing, I'm sorry. My nose. Shorts and flip-flops on this morning. It is 34 degrees, and maybe that's why my nose is on the moist side of things. She also tells me not to say moist, but regardless, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. The birds just didn't cooperate. Had 3 common scoter off quickly. Had quite a few times brown birds. When I say brown birds, and generally, typically, they're not hen. Well, they could be a hen, but it's this year's bird, this year's scoter that has a white belly. And truthfully, it's quite possible that they've never seen a boat decoy has been shot at yet, and they will just kind of land and hang out. So we had those opportunities on surf scoter and common scoter. Common scoters. Let's run down that real quick. So if you're familiar with me, my logo is the surf scoter. Some people call it the skunk head. Some people call it the candy bill, but generally, typically over the years, I've said surf. Now, the next bird in the scoter species, I used to always refer to them as the black scoter, and I've that's not a common name. I use the word common. That's not a common name because generally, typically, people would refer to them as a common scoter, an American scoter, a black scoter. So, although I would say black scoter, and I still say it sometimes, but generally, in the past couple seasons, I say common just because with all of the North American slams that are out there, I think most of those sites refer to them as a common scoter. So, common scoter's got a nice little curly feather in their hair, a little bit of purple iridescence in their head. They're actually, body-wise, they're bigger than a surf scoter. The surf scoter head and bill, I think, makes the surfs look bigger. But definitely the surf is the smallest of the 3 scoter. Then you have your common scoter, your black scoter, or your American scoter. Again, all the same bird. And then you have your white wing. White wing, probably a time and a half bigger, at least at a mature adult. Oh, you know what? As I go past the mailbox, although I don't think she had them out for me. Gambled in me to mail some cards today. I don't think she had them out. I don't know. I may have messed that up. Coming past the pond, she's glassy, and I can see some flags. Barely have any breeze. What is that? An owl? The owl just took across the pond from the big pine tree there. All right, so let me try to rewind. Those are the 3 scoter. Obviously, you have, I can still call them old squaw, long-tailed duck, and then you have eider. And actually, we do get a few eider here in Maryland. Well, all-time ocean gunning. Actually, I had 5 kings, and 2 years ago, there was 2 drakes, actually, 2 drake king eider. So you just never know what you're going to see on the open water. Yesterday, we actually saw more bufflehead than we did saw a lot of loon too. But as far as in the duck family, saw more bufflehead than anything else. A couple puddle ducks, a little flock of teal. And the scoter just didn't really fly that well. So things that make you say, no excuses for it. Actually, the wind did kind of kick in. Supposed to be northwest yesterday. Started out kind of a west, northwest. And then when it did go northwest, not that it was strong, but it definitely was steady. Just didn't see the volume of scoter flying. So yesterday, out of the 5 days so far in the week, today being number 6, yesterday was definitely the lightest day as far as the birds flying. And obviously, if they don't fly, we can't decoy them. So it was a good day. I was rushing around, and maybe that was part of my problem with not recording properly. Not hitting the button, the correct buttons. Yes, I did have record hit. It's just I didn't have which mic source was what did I want to use. So the heated seats feel good on my back this morning. I have to say that. But yes, and in between my break, I took a phone call. BOC, Bank Ocean City. Still. What is a good word about PBHQ? Still steady with it. Next week's going to be good. This week, nothing really happened there. Next week should be a good week where a bunch more gets done, and then obviously we have to pay for it. So, hence, BOC to Bank Ocean City. Took that phone call. It was very important. And then it just turned into a personal Uber for Gam, my mother, yesterday. And I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. What's the old adage? Do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Which, I do love what I do. But I feel like, especially yesterday, and maybe just this season in general, that I've been really hustling. And when I say hustling, I don't mean it like in a scamish, a scamish and negative kind of way. I just mean, like, when I say it flowing through me like adrenaline and a go-go-go-ness, that's when I say hustle. Oh, man, this light. All right, there are no headlights around me. This casino light turns red. I did do a brake check, and I just ran the red light because I'm not sitting there for 3 minutes at 4:15 in the morning or whatever it is, 4:18. And I don't. If there's lights, it's big and flat and open. And if I do see another vehicle, I definitely stop. But when there's no other headlights anywhere, even way, way, way behind me or ahead of me on the road that I'm on, I don't stop. I mean, I do stop. Excuse me. I will stop when I see other headlights, but I did not see any headlights today. And then this next light. Nope, there goes the sensor. They got a nice sensor. I can almost time it that when that other light turns red, the east westbound, I roll through this light because it turns green. And again, there's no vehicles around, so hustle. Yeah, just the busyness of being busy. So that. How do I want to say it? I can't say that makes it feel like work either. I think it's just that's my reality, right? So for what did I say the other day? This is my 23rd year doing this, and obviously in the beginning I was not as busy as what I am most recently. I'm gonna crack a back window, get a little flow going through here. I'm definitely warm now. But yes, the hustle. I feel like yesterday was, and again, most of the season, especially, really I can rewind through end of August with PBHQ and trying to get everything done there. But it's just been a daily hustle. I think that I probably need more hours in my day, and you could tell me not to sleep as much, but I'm only getting 5 hours of sleep. So it's not, maybe that's a lot, maybe that's not, maybe that's a little, I don't know. Everything's relative to you and what you do and how you do, but I don't think that if I ran on 3 or 4 hours of sleep, it only gives me another hour. Of course, every hour in the day is a say precious, but definitely needs to be productive, at least for me. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, I'm only getting like 5 hours of sleep. And again, I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining, but definitely yesterday was a great example of just me being busy, hustling all day long. So you could tell me too that I don't need to get up this morning. I slept in, the alarm went off at 2:45. So you could tell me, Jeff, stay in bed for another hour. But that's just part of what I do too. I like to get up. I like to get moving. I don't like to be rushed in the morning. And I got some computing done this morning. So Vimeo. My Vimeo account needed to work on that some. So I got that done. So yeah, even, this morning just wasn't like I just woke up and I haven't even had a coffee yet. About to pull in Wawa. Get my day rolling here. My day is rolling, but get it going on with some caffeine. I have hydrated. I am a bottle water drinker, so yes, it was a great day yesterday to get Fred West at L aboard, and I did enjoy having him aboard. It was a pleasure having them aboard. Just the birds didn't cooperate, so that was day 12 of 60. And again, on my ride home, I did not do a good job of recapping that. So hopefully this morning it got recorded, which I believe it does. My lights look good. And looking forward to Saturday, day 13. The days are flying by. Actually, today will be a little more. I can enjoy Karen's birthday from yesterday. We did just hustling. Oh, on the way out, we did. Okay, let me rewind. On the way out, I've gotten a habit that I do stop in to see Karen. Gave her a kiss, gave her a birthday hug, and it was kind of funny that I'd ordered flowers and she hadn't sent a picture yet. So as I'm walking out with her, Kitty Flowers truck rolls in, and she looked at me and said, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Nah." I said, there was a baby in the office had just been born, so there were some flowers for there she had ordered, and I kind of said, "Are they delivering them here?" And she said, "No." Oh, I know what that is. There's a trailer full of 8 stacks, 8 bundles, stacks, bundles of 2-inch foam. So I bet you somebody's doing some flooring somewhere. It's pretty impressive. It's eight stacks. I think there's 48 or 50 sheets in that bundle. In each of those bundles, excuse me. There's a lot of that at PBHQ underneath the concrete. But yes, rolled in to see Karen, and as we walked out, Kitty Flowers rolled up, and the guy came walking in, and I'm pointing to Karen. He started to walk in, and he said, "These are for Karen coats?" And she's like, "Well, that's me." So she did get her flowers. Met Fred West. Actually, they drove past as I pulled in. They went to Crabs to Go. I have not had Crabs to Go fried oysters in forever. Ate half of them, brought the other half back. We do think you can critique us and criticize us on it, but we do think that you can do. The air fryer does a pretty decent job of reheating those. So they were all for the rest of them were for her, but she did make me eat a few, and I stopped when I went back. So amongst all this, I'm all over the place. The personal Uber, I drove Gam to Walmart. Bad experience for her because, first of all, it was hard to find a cart for her to ride around on, and I think that her cart ran out of batteries, and she didn't buy much. But so as I was going over to pick her back up, I did swing in, and Friday night was busy. Friday evening, night, whatever you want to call it, was busy there. But we did get some sushi to take home. So that was my Friday. That was Karen's birthday. That was my day 12 of 60. And again, once again, I hope that I got it recorded. So appreciate you following along. Thank you very much. As always, thinking of you, we are.